Welcome back to the league that means nothing on Go Again Gaming.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to wherever you may be. Welcome back to the league that means nothing here on Go Again Gaming. We're here for some round 3 action. My name is Kiki. I'm here with Elaine.
Hi.
And we have some exciting ones for you today. It's a little bit of a clash between yourself and myself, as we have Verdance and we have Fang, noted warrior enjoyer over here. So, Elaine, tell us how you feel the warrior matchup kind of goes into, or specifically, I guess, the warrior matchups go into Verdance.
Yeah, well, I think for Warrior in general, like Wizard is a tough matchup. We both actually play, we've both played Verdance and Fang respectively, but I don't think either of us have actually played this specific matchup.
No.
I think that Verdance needs to turn on and then kind of has a snowball effect, but at the same time with Fang's ability to make fealties, he also kind of has like a snowball effect game plan. So I think it'll just come down to like what hero can get to that first, and then who executes it first and better. We'll see. I think it might be close.
Yeah. Like, Verdance obviously is very good at grinding the game out, being very slow, being very defensive. But of course, Fang can play with no cards in hand if he should get to that triple fealty kind of point in the game, which is going to be really useful at fighting off all this disruption, and then being able to then come back with attacks. I don't know what the blue count is like for the Fang, so that could be a consideration when it comes to the arcane damage point of things, of course. But until we watch the game, I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
This episode of League That Means Nothing is sponsored by The Lazy Dog on behalf of Food Not Bombs, an aid group that aims to feed people in need. In the difficult times that we live in, the best thing we can do is continue to support one another. So thank you very much for Lazy Dog for sponsoring and putting your message out there. Thank you.
And we are back here with some round 3 action on the League That Means Nothing here at Go Again Gaming. And yeah, we have the Fang on the left, piloted by Gustavo. The pitch zone kind of difficult to see. And on the right, we have Aaron Murphy playing Verdance. So, here we are. Is there anything kind of unexpected that you see first off at a glance? Nothing that I can personally tell. We do have Arcane Barrier 1 with the head on Fang.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're not seeing the Claw of Inserakai. I don't know if that was out at the time this game was recorded, but also I think Fang probably wants both of his daggers at all times access to, so
yeah,
not too surprising on that side.
Yeah, no, I think this all makes sense. Like you said, AB1 on the hood there. I think that makes sense too, because one thing about the warrior class, we have really good equipment. It's a little bit hard to give it up for AB because it's just so powerful. But I definitely think probably the hood is the best choice. Rage Forge Bracers and Bloodspill are just such good cards, and not even to mention the Valiant Dynamo, which puts in so much work, especially in this matchup against Verdance, who is a wizard that you will be doing some physical blocking against.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like a spell void, a preemptive or post-emptive spell void. If you're defending 1 extra point of damage from these big attacks coming at you with these cards, especially as Fang has a bunch of 2 blocks as well. It looks like Aaron's first turn was just gaining life after blocking with a card, I think. Maybe. And it looks like we're going for an early kind of combo here, as we've got another life going on in response to the first one, giving us +2 damage on the pulsing ether, going up to 6. Now, the thing to note here about the combo I just mentioned as well is that we don't see the Earth headpiece that allows you to get a card back into your hand. So we may not actually be playing to the big combo for this game, but we do have Waning Moon, which is a great way to chip your opponent's life total down, especially when they only have 1 AB.
Yeah, 8 Arcane turn 1 is I feel like, I'm not a Verdance player, but I do feel like that is a decent amount of damage for Verdance, 2%
Mm-hmm.
right off the bat. And like you said, really difficult for the Fang to deal with 1 AB and probably not very many blues, if I had to guess.
So the Fang just putting the pitch in the weapon zone first before putting it in the pitch zone, just to show, because that glare. So it is a glint, the Quicksilver, being pitched there for this first Obsidian Fire Vein. And here we see the Draconic card. Blistering Blade. Target dagger gets +2 if you control 2 or more Draconic Chain Links. Instead it gets +3. So just +2 here, going up to 4 because of the Draconic bonus from the weapon as well. But we are getting a clean defense for 4 here with Rootbound Carapace. 3 Earth cards going to the Banish Zone. That leaves us with a soil count of 3.
Looks like we're debating swinging. Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and swing with the second Obsidian Fire Vein.
Yeah, I mean, you may as well have the resource point floating there, and we kind of, even if we're not necessarily threatening the fealty here, we still kind of want to be able to make sure that we are getting in points of damage where we can. And this does get the hit, which means we get the Grains of Bloodspill activation, which allows you to pay 1 to create a Vigor token, just kind of giving more resources potentially to Gustavo here for the following turn.
And that is an Erase Face coming down.
Oh, an absolutely devastating card if you're Gustavo to see here. Of course, this removes all talents and types from everything. Hero, cards, tokens. No talents, no types, just going to be unable to activate trigger the go again on your Obsidian Fire Vein, because you won't be able to play any Draconic cards there. So we are seeing the full block for 6, as to be expected there. And the Fridge really coming in handy there as well.
Yeah. Yeah, Erase Face is an absolutely devastating card in this matchup. I mean, you really build your deck around triggering the Obsidian Fire Vein with a Draconic card for go again on those attacks. So I'm sure Erase Face is not the last one we'll see this.
And when you're playing a card like Oath of Loyalty, you really don't want that Erase Face to hit. With this card locking you into specifically Draconic after playing it, really rewarding you for being loyal, as the name suggests. So we have a 0 cost 4 go again. This feels like he's trying to push for some damage here, considering he only blocked with 1 card from hand and used multiple equipment to defend that out. So still access to 4 cards here. And still have that floating Vigor resource from the start of the turn. But Verdance, super grindy once again. We are seeing a Sink Below UK edition. Dipping that biscuit into tea.
A very clean block here from the Verdance player.
Mm-hmm.
Gustavo is going to go ahead and swing with Obsidian Fire Vein. Just coming in for 1 currently.
Yeah, just a quote-unquote 1.
I mean, he's a warrior player, always plays very face-up, So
Yeah.
it's just 1.
Yeah, definitely not known for having any sort of tricks whatsoever. And here we have an Autumn's Touch defending that. And despite the glare, I can't tell what that pitch card is. I assume it's a blue. And we're getting the Endear Devotion?
Endear Devotion?
Not Endure. You're not enduring Devotion. This gives +3 and creates a fealty token if there are 2 or more Draconic Chain Links on the chain. And that's really great right now, as the Oath of Loyalty counts as the first one. So we've got that first fealty. We're 33% of the way there. towards having free daggers for the remainder of the game. And it looks like that is going to be the rest of the turn. Yeah.
Yep, we're just going to pass back, maintaining the arsenal there. So it must have been a red card that was pitched because I don't think there was a greens activation, not a second swing with the second obsidian, not a swing with the second obsidian firebane, and the Verdance just saying, you've had that card in your arsenal for a while. It must be important, and I would like it.
I really like the Command and Conquer here. As you noted, Gustavo has kept that card in the arsenal for a while. Wasn't able to utilize it in the previous turn, chose not to utilize it, which maybe hints that it could be a defense reaction here. So we know A, Gustavo values it, and B, maybe it's a defense reaction. I don't think it was a defense reaction, but he is happy to just let that go. That is 6 damage to the dome, and the arsenal is gone. Command and Conquer doing its job, being a disruptive force. Bringing the life totals down to 28 plays 39. A bit of a climb here for the warrior player, but game's definitely not over just yet. Just beginning, really.
Yeah, I mean both players are still pretty healthy. I think Gustavo is just going to stick to the game plan here, and obviously try and keep the life total a little bit high when you're playing against a wizard, but I don't think that Verdance presently threatens too much damage on a combo turn compared to most wizards.
Oh, we have a bit of a bluff here. So we had I've already forgotten the name of the card, but it was generic, not draconic attack, bringing this up to +4, forcing Aaron, or encouraging Aaron, to use this Rootbound Carapace to defend a clean 4, but now we're getting this Tooth of the Dragon, which is the draconic attack that he needed for the turn. This one giving him +3 to your next draconic attack, which would be the attack after this, but because of the Obsidian Firebane not being triggered yet, it gains +1, going up to 5, and now we have the second fealty being created from that on hit as well. We should, I think. Anyway, this Obsidian Firebane's coming in for 4 with a +3 from the previous bonus.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what that hunted card is representing, is the second fealty.
Quite possibly, but Aaron does not stop having these 4 defense cards. Ever.
Right.
Oh, he's marked. It's not a fealty, sorry.
Oh.
Right, it's on hit, you get marked. Yeah. I just remembered what the card did. So that is the marked symbol there. Gustavo saying, I am hunting you, Aaron. But Aaron's just happy having his morning tea. Just defending it out. Having a nice break. Here we have an actual marked token, so the hunted image card cold foil thing is no longer. And Aaron,
I didn't even realize they had those in the hunted.
Yeah, it was in the booster pack, so it was a cold foil you can get in your booster box.
Well, I did get them for Rosetta. I never saw them for the hunted, though.
Which set came first?
Rosetta.
Oh, in that case, they came from the hunted pre-release. My bad. That makes more sense, yeah. We have some arcane damage being thrown. Just a cheeky 4 and 2. Which was eaten up immediately by Gustavo, going down to 22, and we now have Savor Bloodshed. Fans of Assassins, or enemies of Assassins, will be very familiar with this card. It gives +4 and on hit draw a card. Kind of turns your weapon, your dagger specifically, into a snatch. So, this Obsidian Fireblade coming in for 5. Now is kind of awkward for a defense reaction here, kind of forcing Aaron to block with 2 actual cards potentially, but then of course if we have a damage bonus on this attack, it gets a little bit more scary still. And of course, this hitting should it hit, will trigger Fang's ability to grant the second of the fealty tokens.
Yeah, should it hit? I'm not sure Aaron is going to let this hit, because Aaron has been pretty happy up until this point, just like preserving life and throwing back damage when they find the window.
Mm-hmm. And here we see an excellent use of the Stonewall Gauntlet here. Reducing the power of a boost attack -1, as well as defending for 1 itself, and then that with a 3 covers up 4 damage, which neatly brings down the dagger down to 4. And it'll also prevent a little bit of damage on, or reduce damage on, the next chain link as well. Fang really wanting the chain links to be active. But of course the Draconic ability hasn't triggered yet on those daggers, and here we see exactly just that happening. A Blistering Blade, giving it +2, and then also 1 from the thing, but again, the 0-4s keep on coming as we have a shelter from the storm. We are so protected if you're Aaron Murphy here. I'm starting to wonder if he has any cards that aren't 0-4 defense cards.
Yeah, it's like 0 for 4 defense cards and 0 for 4 arcane.
Yeah. Just completely stymieing this whole turn. And so that's 3 cards in hand. Gustavo may be considering committing another pump to the first attack, or if he goes to the second one, really trying to force this fealty token here. Which I guess sounds obvious, it's kind of what the deck does, but you know. Aaron there may be asking if he can discard the Shelter from the Storm once it's in play to get that cheeky effect, but I'm sure that's not actually what's happening. I'm just making that up.
Yeah, and I believe Savor Bloodshed applies to this
Whole turn?
dagger as well. I believe it reads the next time you hit a marked hero with a dagger this turn, draw a card.
Correct.
Yep. And since Gustavo does have a free arsenal now due to the CNC, drawing a card here is a threat. It's not.
Mm-hmm. So not only that, we do have the card in hand as well. So, Long Whisker Loyalty. This is the Majestic for Fang specifically. For each Draconic chain link you control, choose 1. So you can give this a damage bonus. He can choose to attack with an additional time, and the next dagger that hits a hero this turn marks them. So, super great here. I'm going to choose the additional dagger, probably, maybe not the choice. Oh, could be actually. There's a resource floating here. But like you mentioned, like, because the card draw happens, like, he now has access to the ability to arsenal a card to play forward the next turn, keep the mark train going. I don't even think he had to necessarily choose, like, the damage bonus here, because, like, a 0-4 would stifle this regardless. Yeah.
Really testing the limit on exactly how many 0-4 black cards Aaron has.
Mm-hmm. And the turn there, the answer was not enough, despite the fact that it was a super powerful turn.
Yeah.
And I really like the skill check as well. Like, attacking that dagger technically comes in with 0 because of that Stonewall Gauntlet. So it's like, yeah, are you going to respect it? Are you going to respect the card in my hand? Is this just an arsenal? So, real nice skill check there by Gustavo. But, that arsenal he was so happy to have. No. Verdance doesn't want you to have fun.
Plow under. Quite the response. Aaron said, I don't have a 0-4, but I'll do one better.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't actually know if there are 3 Earth cards in the discard pile currently. His soil count is at 5, doing double Earth generic last turn. I could play the audio and listen to what they're saying real quick. Oh,
Well,
okay.
let me know what you hear.
Okay, so they're talking about timing at the moment. So Gustavo is asking if he can use his arsenal after the decompose has been paid, but the answer is no. You have to use it before the decompose is paid because the decompose and then the arsenal bottoming ability is part of the same trigger. So that's what the holdup was there. And conveniently for Gustavo, he has a defensive reaction here, or an instant, I guess, in this case. Slap Happy. The next time you'd be dealt damage this turn, prevent 2 of that damage if you do create a Vigor token, sorry. We already know there's attack on the chain as well, so this will likely do some damage prevention. We do have a vanilla damage here with this Plow Under now having no effect, functionally. So we're going to get a Vigor token going. We're going to prevent some damage. Things are going to go well for Gustavo here. That was kind of like the best option he could have drawn there from the arsenal. Oh, from the Savor Bloodshed, rather.
Yeah, one thing I love about Warrior is Warrior knows how to block.
Mm-hmm. The Valiant Dynamo is surely helping with that.
Oh my gosh, that's just so much value.
Mm-hmm. Do you think we're going to get 2 weapon swings this turn? Maybe?
Yeah, I do think we'll still get 2 weapon swings this turn, definitely. And even, let's say Gustavo didn't have the Draconic card in hand to give that, we do have 2 fealty, so I think we'll definitely get 2 weapon swings.
Mm-hmm.
And look at all those free resources.
Yeah, the grain's proving its worth. The grain's proving its worth. Giving you the Vigor token the previous turn, the Slap Happy giving you another Vigor token. This could be a no resources pitched kind of turn here as we get reactions all over the place. We don't...
Searing Bay...
I was going to say, we don't get the when this hits a hero, mark them ability on here, but that doesn't matter because we've hit the magical number. We're at 3 fealty. We're pitching, so this isn't for the weapon. We were pitching... Not pitching, we were using the resource on the grains. My bad. And here we go. We've got more fealty. We love a bit of daily affirmations. Words of affirmation. Loyalty being affirmed. 4 damage coming in once again, and this is... And there's still more. We have the Imperial Seal of Command, a fantastic card to get around those pesky defense reactions we saw at the start of the game. Functionally turns your attacks into Command and Conquer for the turn until it hits.
Yeah. This is a pretty good card, as Aaron has a lot of defense reactions, as we've seen, but
the value might be
then...
a little bit late now, as we've seen so many defense... Oh my god. Oh my god. Gustavo has to be thanking his lucky stars that there was only a red and a yellow available to Aaron there. Didn't lose the entire fealty amount, but all that hard work taken away by a singular scour. Or mostly taken away by a singular scour.
Yeah, I will say it seems like Aaron packed a lot of Fang in their deck.
Mm-hmm. I think Scour's super well positioned right now. Like, it's good into the Vinsets to kill rune shots. You can kill spectral shields. You can kill 0-cost auras, I think.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think you can... Because they destroy auras. I'm pretty sure you can kill things like haze bending and stuff. It's not a fun time for me as a Prism player to see that card.
Yeah, it might be pretty good too. In the new Guardian meta, there are some really good auras that are coming out. So
just
sure, it will still prove its worth.
Blow out their seismic surges before they get to trigger. And speaking of blowouts, like we have another... Oh, no, never mind. We've got a counter blowout. We've got a Toothless Dragon giving an extra Draconic attack +3, and then, of course, giving this +1 for being Draconic. I didn't see what the first reaction was, but I'm going to assume it wasn't Draconic.
It was a scar tissue. It was not Draconic. We had another blood.
Mm-hmm. getting around that 4 breakpoint. Unfortunately, there's no on-hit relevant for that one today. No fealty token to be made. But we have another Obsidian Fire Vein. And 1, 2, 3. I think we still have a card in hand. Yeah, we do. Okay, so it looks like we're maybe going to try to draw a reaction to block this out. If we even care. If Aaron even cares.
Does Rootbound Carapace, I maybe I missed it, was 5 defended on the first attack?
No. Oh, maybe. I'm not too sure.
I must have missed it because I don't think I saw any damage taken, and Scar Tissue does have the on hit of Mark.
Right. So that's where the fealty token comes in
Yeah.
from. They might have just forgotten to actually move the life total down, or we've missed something.
Or it was just, yeah.
What won't be missing
Maybe.
is this arcane damages. We have Burn Bear for 6.
We'll prevent one of it.
Just a cheeky
And
prevention
swing
for
for
1.
2 more, prevent another one. Gustavo happy to give away a blue to prevent 2. I think that is mainly what the blues are here for this game.
Going down to 15. 5 and 1. Yeah, it looks like the players haven't acknowledged that 1 point of damage coming through, but the life totals up the top have. They are slightly different based on the screens. So it is 15 to 28. That 1 point has been acknowledged by our editor. And we are coming in trying to regain that third fealty counter once again. And we have the tip-off, marking Verdance once again, and then giving another cheeky +2, +1 from its own effect of the dagger. 4 damage once again. These breakpoints. And we're getting the Braveforge Bracers activation here.
Braveforge Bracer. Wrong card. There we go. The Obsidian Fire Vein. Back in the weapon spot. I love a Braveforge Bracers activation. When you have the resources, why not go ahead and put another damage, point of damage through. Make this 2.
Yeah, for sure. Super interesting as well. Because that first attack hit, as well as giving Aaron Murphy the mark before it hit, we now hit that third fealty, which means the 2 resources that Gustavo had saved to use the weapon now gets to use both the grains and the Braveforge Bracers there.
Yep.
Sweet, sweet incremental value. Love to see it.
Yeah, beautiful.
And here we go again. Holy shit.
Oh
whoops.
my goodness.
Sorry, Aaron. Aaron? What's wrong with me? Anyway.
Oh, that was a scour every time Gustavo has worked. Gustavo works so hard for these fealty tokens, and then Verdance just comes and takes them all away.
Not going to allow it. On the plus side for
Yeah.
Gustavo, the third scour was pitched during that turn, so, surely this third climb up the hill might provide some results.
Yeah, and I mean, thankfully, the weapons weren't free this turn, but there was a vigor token to at least kind of supplement the first swing.
soften the blow a little bit. There we are. We have the scar tissue once again, and the tooth of the dragon. So coming in for 5 with go again on hit mark. And there's another sink below. I was very wrong earlier about my comments about this Imperial Seal command maybe being a bit too late, but also it hasn't seen use since I've made that.
Yeah, that's gotta be the last sink below, right?
I believe it's 3 sink belows,
I
1
think that was-
shelter. I want to say
Yeah, I
2
think it's-
Rebound Carapace.
The third sink. Yeah, I think that's right. I do believe you've made two jokes so far about sipping tea, so this would be the third. And then, of course, we see Verdance be marked from the scar tissue,
Mm-hmm.
and one fealty made. No more scours in the near future, as far as we know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
We do have an erased face. Now, this on hit, super backbreaking here as well, because again, if this hits, then of course it's going to remove the Draconic ability and can't gain? Oh, they can gain, never mind. So you can actually give them things again anyway. But it doesn't matter, we're getting defended out for 6. We see Loyalty Beyond the Grave, one of my favorite cards from The Hunted. Which is a really weird thing to say. Like, it doesn't seem like the most exciting, but personally, I love that card. If you've attacked this turn to the moment attack, you haven't. Okay. So, we are marking once again, and we got 4 Drakai. When this attacks a marked hero, create a fealty token. So we're guaranteeing the fealty token here, and then we're threatening a 3rd fealty token. We might get those tokens back real quick, if this hits.
Real quick. Yeah, that would be really nice. Gustavo's really been working really hard for the fealty token, so.
Mm-hmm. And don't look now, but, like, he's brought the life totals down to 15 to 16, like...
3 fealties, Arsenal pass. As long as a 4th... Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Okay, well that's the 3rd erase face. We know that the other scour is somewhere towards the bottom of the deck.
Mm-hmm.
If Gustavo can survive this, might be in the clear for a little bit.
Things have to go real bad for you to not be able to block this out, I think. Like, I assume this Verdance deck won't pummel you here. Oh my god, I spoke too soon.
Oh my gosh! Oh, slap happy to follow it up.
This prevents 2 of that damage. But there's still +4. So this 4 damage coming through. The pummel effect's going to hit. They're going to lose Draconic on all of their cards. Oh, what a time to have a pummel there. I mean, it was from Arsenal. It was planned, but...
Oh, wow. And you know, if you could see my face right now, I mean, I know you can, but I, like, hands over my mouth,
Mm-hmm.
mouth wide open. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
And, wow.
That was such poor timing on my part to be like, yeah, I don't think they play pummel. Normally Pummel's the kind of card you expect when you see a Tunic in play. Making use of that 3rd resource from the blue that you discarded, and I have to use an extra card, but no, Aaron's just going for it anyway. Here is a non-draconic Obsidian Fire Vein.
Yeah, and of course, without the Draconic cards, not only does this affect Obsidian Firebane and Fang's hero ability, but if a Draconic card is not played this turn or a fealty is not made, those 3 fealty are just going to destroy themselves at the end of Gustavo's turn.
So Gustavo forced here to use one of these fealty just to give this reaction Draconic. Incidentally, this gets none of the abilities, I believe. For each Draconic Chain Link you control, choose one. But there are no Draconic Chain Links. This is just to keep the other 2 fealties alive. Maybe I'm wrong because there is a marked token.
Thankfully, okay. Back to 3. Thankfully, Erase Face does not read that like loses and cannot gain as some cards do.
Yeah, for sure. So you can still use the fealty tokens to forcefully create draconic cards so you don't lose the remainder of your fealty tokens. But it looks like he's done a great job of just making more of them anyway. That pummel being significantly less backbreaking than we assumed.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I still can't believe it came down. I've been staring at it in the graveyard during Gustavo's turn, just thinking that the Verdance just pummeled Erase Space. I just, I did, yeah. Wow.
And here we have the Runeblade impersonation. We have Heartbeat of Candlehold. 3 instances to gain 1 life, 3 instances of deal 1 damage. You can pitch a blue to prevent all 3 with Arcane Barrier 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also significant to point out here how much work Gustavo has put into closing that life gap, that life total gap that we had for much of the game. Ooh, but another Burn Bear. We'll put some damage on it. The Fate Foreseen was pitched and 2 damage was taken, so I don't think, Gustavo had blue or we'd have seen it. And 2 more. Just an all red hand.
And this really stifles like Gustavo's ability to keep up in this game. Losing 3 cards just to not die there. Aaron presenting exactly lethal across all 3 arcane sources of damage there. And also one of the cards pitched was, I believe, a Loyalty from the Grave, which Gustavo really would have wanted to block with physically that turn, just to kind of draw that additional card. We're getting the Imperial Seal command now. Activation.
Yeah.
So this dagger will be a 1 power command and conquer.
Yeah, I mean, I think I like this here. Just say if you have the defense reactions, I don't want you to play them. You just did a hefty, some hefty damage to my life total. I want to give my best shot to do the same back to you, and also threaten that card you've been holding on to in Arsenal.
Mm-hmm. But with 1 card in hand, I don't know how hefty of a threat this is going to be.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, assuming it's a draconic card, we will get 2 attacks, bare minimum.
Well,
But
even if it's not, you have 1 fealty token to play with, to make it draconic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we've got a defense for 6 here, as we get the Earth Embodiment token, a defense for 3, and the Barkskin of the Millennium Tree. Going to 6. This Pledge Fealty is going to create a fealty token and come in for another 2. 1. Another 1.
Yeah, not really the one card you want to have in hand here. 'Cause it doesn't pushes 1 more point of additional damage.
Mm-hmm. And we're getting to the point where a Felling of the Crown is just going to completely devastate any chance of Gustavo having a turn. We do, he still thankfully has 3 points of block 4 after the Valley Dynamos comes back online after this. That should help a bit with cards like Felling of the Crown, but of course, any arcane damage is also very spooky right now. And Aaron happy to take 1 damage and let go of that Plow Under. Not super effective when your opponent has no arsenal. And you don't need to decompose anymore. Sorry, excuse me. I am so good at calling what this Verdance deck does.
Psychic? Yeah.
I don't even have the excuse of like, oh, I entered this game, I know what's happening, because I do not.
Yeah, you're just psychic right now. I mean,
I just had a feeling. He had a felling. Okay, so, and like I said, the equipment is coming in to play here to try to keep himself alive. Currently got 3 on here. We can block another card going to 6, taking 2 damage. That's a bit risky. There we go. The Slap Happy preventing all that, giving you the Vigor token as well, so you can still do some plays. You can still play. But with 1 card in hand once again. Tough. And of course, those Slap Happies are another way to prevent damage from things like the Burn Bear from hitting you. It doesn't just prevent the physical damage, it also prevents the arcane. So the fact that's the 3rd Slap Happy I believe I've seen really means that
gotta be the...
any arcane damage is just tough. Any big arcane damage.
I believe we have seen all 3 Burn Bears on Verdance's side as well, which maybe is a little comforting.
True. I think you're right, and I think we've seen 2 of the Pulsing Aethers. Actually, I think we've seen...
Yeah.
We've seen 2 played. I think there was one blocked with at the start. So I think we've seen 3.
I think so. I think we have seen 3.
So it might actually be safe. Maybe we don't need the Slap Happies anymore. I mean, the Waning Moon is still there, obviously. But the life totals are 3 and 5. Like, if Verdance doesn't have a big comeback turn this turn, which admittedly I presume they have because they did not block anything.
Yeah. Which may be going wide here.
Mm-hmm. Now, if this is followed by a felling, that's just completely backbreaking here. We have only seen 2, I believe.
Completely backbreaking, and I mean, honestly, a little rude.
Probably the game.
Joking, but, yeah.
It would be quite rude to play back-to-back fellings. No, you're not wrong.
I'm not, to be clear, I'm not calling Aaron rude. I think it would be optimal gameplay.
It would be optimal gameplay to have the best card possible here.
Yeah.
Gustavo showing that he also has 0 for 4 defense reactions. Maybe a little bit too late in this game to see them now, but we have a clean block for 5 here, using the grains and Command and Conquer, not felling. This is going to ask for every card. I think. Oh no, there's still equipment. And Gustavo thinking his lucky stars that he used the defense reaction on the first attack there. Because if he saved that for the second attack, it would not have gone well. But Gustavo's equipmentless now. Well, functionally. No defense value on the equipment left, except for, of course, Valiant Dynamo doing its thing, and the Null Rune Hood preventing 1 on arcane sources. We have 5 fealty tokens. We have a dagger coming in for 1. And a card in hand.
I do believe that is the first Command and Conquer we had seen from Aaron's side as well, so...
The first one played offensively. There were some that were blocked with.
Okay.
And actually there might have been one played early in the game as well. But looks like we're just getting the kill in response, pitching all of the resources to deal enough arcane damage there. What a game that was. So many surprises. It seemed like the Verdance just had the Fang tech. I'm sure that wasn't necessarily in their mind when they were making it, but yeah, those scours, the pummel, just all these moments that kind of caught us off guard, and I'm sure caught the Fang player off guard too, or maybe not. Maybe they know what to expect, but I was shocked. I was surprised. I accidentally cussed.
I was shocked too. Like, when the pummel came down, my face was like... Oh.
And the second Scour Brush was like, oh no.
Oh no. And like, the erase faces, I mean, it was really all the Fang tech. But also, despite all the Fang tech, so well played from both sides. It was a very close game. As I think, I kind of mentioned in the start, like, both of these players have kind of these snowball effects to their hero ability, and I predicted it would just be whoever kind of can get that going first. However, it's not really what we saw. We saw that from the Fang side, but from the Verdance's side, we just saw Fang hate left and right just being thrown at. It was, I mean, it was really, really entertaining to watch. I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Yeah, I know. I enjoyed that for sure. And yeah, Fang did hit the snowball state first, and then maybe even second. But those scours kind of preventing those snowballs from happening, something snowballs chance in hell. And like fire is really good against snowballing, I guess. Yeah, what a game to see there. Gustavo did a really excellent job of like doing some skill checks, testing, getting the damage where he knew he could, where he couldn't, making the most of his resources when he had the blues as well. Fantastic stuff. Absolutely well played. So very happy with us commentating that game, getting to watch it first, and I'm enjoying it. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was fun.
I don't remember if we do like social sign-offs on here, so I guess we'll just avoid it for now. I can't remember.
I don't remember either. And I've had a martini, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I really
Actually,
don't
follow
remember.
Go Again Gaming on the YouTube channel. Click like, share, subscribe where you are
Yeah,
right
like,
now.
share, subscribe. As is great. Support the league.
And until then, we will see you in the next round 3 game? Maybe next 4? I don't know what's coming first. We'll see you soon. Have a great day. Goodbye.